In 2023, the Brooklyn Nets had a chaotic season. They started off with a new-look roster of KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons, fired Steve Nash early into the season, and let Jacques Vaughn take the reins. Then, Kyrie demanded a trade after the team won 18 of 20 games, KD was traded sometime later, and Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and others kept the team in the playoffs. Well, that was last season. The Nets have a lot to look forward to this season. Ben Simmons looks like his old self and is as confident as ever. We're bound to see the improved Mikal Bridges in his first full season in Brooklyn, and other pieces like Cam Johnson and Nick Claxton will keep this team competitive. In this video, you'll learn why, though under the radar, the Nets are better than you think and could make noise very soon. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like on the video, as each like makes a tremendous difference for the channel, and be sure to sub to the channel for even more content like this. Last season, the Nets were able to stay in the playoff picture despite losing two future Hall of Famers on the roster. And they did this without having the best of Ben Simmons, and even without having him past February. Ben Simmons was the talk of the NBA world over the past few seasons after holding out with the Philadelphia 76ers, not returning in the 2022 NBA playoffs due to an apparent back injury, and having surgery on that back and looking nowhere near his all-star form last season. However, he's the healthiest he's been since then, he's in good spirits, and he consequently looks back to his old self. He looks aggressive in attacking defenders off the dribble, finishing at the rim and through contact. He's moving well on and off the ball in half court and in transition. He's dunking with authority, and the elite playmaking he's demonstrated throughout his career has created easier looks for his teammates. What's also encouraging is his newfound chemistry with teammate Mikal Bridges, assisting him on 4 threes this past preseason game, one of which was on a kick out in the half court, and 2 of which were finding him when pushing the ball in transition. Ben Simmons had 9 assists in that aforementioned game, setting up his teammates in numerous ways, such as on cuts, dump-offs in the paint, and in transition. People forget that just a few years ago, Ben Simmons was definitely in the combo for top 5 point guard in the league, and was one of the best players in the league overall. As a fast 6'11" point guard with a 7-foot wingspan, Simmons was a monster in the open floor as either a scorer or facilitator. He was an elite playmaker that assisted on one of the most 3-pointers in the league, and he was also an elite defender. In his last fully healthy season, he was runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year in 2021, while making his 3rd straight All-Star team that season. And if the Nets are getting that Ben Simmons back, there's a ton of new possibilities that could emerge for this team. Another reason why you should be excited for this team next season is the all-star play of Mikal Bridges, a player who rose to the occasion after All-Star break. Bridges was a valuable wing in Phoenix for his off-ball ability and defensive prowess, being runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year in 2022. But since coming to Brooklyn, he jumped from 17 points per game to 26 points per game on 48% from the field, 38% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. Given the fact that Bridges played more off the ball when surrounded by both CP3 and Devin Booker, he's adapted and has continued to show his value as an off-ball player. Moreover, we're seeing more and more of Bridges' value on the ball, which will take him into all-star consideration next season. He's increased his volume of pull-up jumpers in both mid-range and from 3, and the fact that he shot well from both puts defenders on their toes. Additionally, Bridges comfortably took defenders head-on and got to his spots. He got to and finished at the rim in the half-court in transition, and he attempted more threes off the dribble. He's had huge offensive explosions, such as the 45 points he dropped in a great defense in the Miami Heat. He demonstrated his ability as a shot creator, setting up his teammates on lobs and kickouts, and his aforementioned ability to thrive off ball will make him work well with Ben Simmons. Along with Bridges in that KD trade was wing Cam Johnson, another player who excelled off the ball in Phoenix. Cam recently signed an extension with the Nets and has provided much value as a floor spacer. He shot 39% from 3 for his career, shot 37% from 3 on 6 attempts a game in Brooklyn last year, shots 85 from the free throw line on 4 attempts, and his ability to take a high volume of threes at a high clip makes him very valuable for this team. He shot 6 catch and shoot threes a game at 39%, he's driving to the rim more, he's averaged 17 points per game since being a Net, and he's still a good wing defender. Another great defender on this Nets roster is no other than Nick Claxton, a player who felt he was snubbed from the all-defensive teams. Claxton just came off the best season of his NBA career, demonstrated to be one of the better interior defenders in our game. He averaged 13 points per game and 9 rebounds on 71% from the field and averaged 2.5 blocks as well, which was good for second best in the entire league. Claxton is such a plus defender because he doesn't just chase blocks in the paint. Rather, he uses great instincts, timing, and 7'3" wingspan to alter shots. He's actually agile enough to take assignments on the perimeter, and that adds to why Nick Claxton is one of the better, more versatile defenders in this league. This season, Cam Thomas might get more playing time because Coach Vaughn is actually praising him for his defensive effort, and it was the lack thereof that led to his decline in minutes last year. Cam Thomas is ultra talented as an offensive player, as he averaged 45 points on 56% from the field and 56% from 3 in the first 3 games after the Kyrie trade. However, this was before Mikal and Cam suited up for the team, and the lack of attention on the defensive end and tunnel vision at times caused him to have DNPs and play just 17 minutes per game post All-Star break. If Cam can play within the flow of the offense, he can be a huge offensive boost off the bench for this team. The Nets have solid depth in Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Royce O'Neal. They will have a full training camp with Mikal Bridges, Ben Simmons, and co. before this season, and with Ben, I fully expect the Nets to improve on both ends of the floor. I honestly don't feel the Nets are contenders next season, as the Celtics, Bucks, and even the Heat might just be in a different tier. But they will be ultra competitive in every game. They have the personnel, they have a good head coach, and in the future, they have the contracts and assets to be players for the next disgruntled star. And if they trade for one, the Brooklyn Nets will be back on the map. With that being said, let me know your expectations for Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets next season. How close do you feel Ben Simmons will be to his former self? And do you feel Mikal Bridges will be an NBA All-Star? Additionally, do you feel the Nets will be very competitive next season? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like on the video, as each like makes a tremendous difference for the channel, and be sure to sub to the channel for even more content like this. Hope to see you all in the next one, and stay tuned.